welcome back. Today is Saturday, December the 12th. You will actually not see this until Sunday, December the 13th. This will be my 13th day of Vlogmas 2020. And if you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Betsy and I have a very rare autoimmune disease called Wegener's Granulomatosis. I was diagnosed just a little over 2 years ago, and it's so rare that only approximately 3 people per every 100,000 people have it. So it's really, really rare. But anyhow, for me, it affects my kidneys severely, my lungs minorly. It has moved into my joints, bones, and muscles, and my hips, my legs, my knees, and my feet. I have a cyst behind my right eye, but it's so far not affecting my vision. And I'm starting to develop a neuropathy in my feet. That's a new treat. So anyhow, today I'm going to talk about insomnia. Now, I've touched upon this subject multiple times in videos, but I've never dedicated an entire video to insomnia. And so I did an informal poll on one of my Wegener's groups, and everybody who responded, everyone who responded has some sort of insomnia since they've been diagnosed. And I'm only going to talk about mine because that's all I can share, because that's all I know personally. But my insomnia comes in cycles. Ever since I got sick, I have not slept well, short of about a 3-month period. I'd say from maybe about August till last month that I slept fairly well. Most nights I would sleep all night long, and other than getting up to go to the bathroom, but I was able to lay right back down and go to sleep. But as of lately, I'm back on one of my cycles, and these cycles can vary greatly. Right now, my sleep cycle has been really strange as of the last week or two. Usually I tend to sleep the same sleep pattern for a while, and then I'll cycle into a different one, but lately it's been really weird. What normal would be I may go a week or two where I wake up, every 3 hours, 4 hours, and I might be awake from 30 minutes to 2 hours, and then go back to sleep and kind of sleep that cycle. Thankfully, I don't work anymore, so I can kind of sleep in if need be. But then I have nights that I sleep for a couple hours at a time, and then I'm awake for a little while. And my being awake, it can be anywhere from 30 minutes to 2 hours. And then I have nights that like last night, I was awake every hour on the hour, so I never got a deep sleep. It's just rough when I sleep like that. And so it's really tiring, and it's weird because I say this all the time. Probably every single video I've ever done on this, I am in a perpetual state of exhaustion, but when it comes time to go to bed, I could be so very tired. And the minute I lay down, boom, I'm wide awake. It doesn't matter. I sleep in a dark room. I have some background noise. I like to have the ceiling fan on. Jeremy doesn't like it, but I do. And I don't watch any sort of media. I will put on a podcast before I lay down, stick it underneath my pillow, my phone, so I can listen to it. And that's it. I don't try to get, try not to get on any sort of social media or anything like that will stimulate my brain. But there are nights that I will lay here for what feels like an eternity before I'll fall back to sleep. But I'm stubborn. I refuse to get up in the middle of the night and stay up. I very seldom will do that. I refuse to. I will on once in a great while. I will, especially if I feel like I'm tossing and turning all night and I don't want to disrupt Jeremy, because he does have to get up early in the mornings, and it's not fair for me to do that. But he sleeps fairly sound, so I have only had to do that a handful of times since we've been married. So that's good, but it's just frustrating. It's frustrating because I'm tired and I want to sleep. And like last night, like I said, I was up every hour on the hour, and I did take a little bit of a nap today, probably an hour and a half. And so I feel a little bit better, but I'm hoping I'll sleep well tonight. What I'll probably do is take a trazodone. I've talked about this before. I have 2 sleep medications. I have melatonin, which they prescribed me in the hospital. I can take either 3 or 6 milligrams. 3 milligrams will usually let me sleep okay. 6 milligrams will let me sleep better, but the problem with either of them, I'm pretty groggy the next day. 3 milligrams, I'm kind of groggy till around lunchtime. 6 milligrams, I'm groggy till about mid-afternoon. So I try not to take those that often. Plus, if I take my sleep medicines back to back, they tend to not work for me. And then I also have a prescription for trazodone. And trazodone is actually an antidepressant. It can be used as an antipsychotic, but it has a sleep effect. And a lot of people take that for sleep. And I can take either 75 or 150 milligrams. 75 milligrams does nothing for me. So when I do take it, I take 150 milligrams, and it usually will knock me out pretty good. Now, I may get up in the night to go to the bathroom, but I generally can go back to sleep. But there are a couple side effects that I don't like. One, it gives me insane dreams, and I've always had weird dreams. I've did a video about that before. I'll link that down below. Some of my weirder dreams. And also, it will make me super tired the next day, almost zombie-like, pretty much the entire day. Oh, and then another side effect that I talked about, I think it was with Danae, I was telling her about it. I've noticed that I tend to, when I take a trazodone, I tend to, I don't want to say hallucinate, that's not the right word, but I will have, like, maybe I am, I don't know. I'll feel like somebody's come into the house, or somebody's come and sat on the bed, or somebody's come into the room, or somebody's walking around and there's nobody home. And it'll be, you know, this was even before I got married again, and I was all by myself. I would hear somebody walking down the hallway, and I would try to wake myself up to look, but I couldn't. It's kind of weird. I guess it's almost like a paralysis, but it's also kind of like hallucination. I don't know. I just never really give it much thought. But that kind of bothers me. I don't have that sensation every single time I take it, but I do often. So I probably will take a trazodone tonight, just because I have probably gotten a total of maybe 15 hours sleep in the last 4 or 5 days, like good solid sleep. And that's the other thing is, when you don't get good deep sleep, it really affects everything. It affects your emotions, it affects the way you feel, how you function. And, you know, I do sleep a lot. I take a lot of cat naps throughout the day. You know, I nap once or twice a day usually. But to not get solid sleep is really, really hard on a person. And I've accepted it. I don't like it, but it's something I really do struggle with. Because nobody wants to feel like this. Nobody wants to be tired all the time. Nobody wants to feel like you never get that deep REM sleep that you need. And when you have disturbing dreams on top of it, or the weird hallucinations or sensations or whatever you want to call it, it just makes for a rough night. But I think that's about it for now. Let me know in the comments down below. Have you suffered from insomnia? If you did, was it long-term, short-term? Do you take medications for it? But I think that's about it for now. Alright, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more from me in the future, hit that subscribe button down below, along with the notification bell, so you're notified when I upload new videos. I am also trying to hit the 500 mark on subscribers by January 1st, which will be my 3-year anniversary on YouTube. So I would appreciate if you would consider subscribing if you like my content. I do have a hodgepodge of things. And I think that's about it for now. I do hope you guys have a great day. Don't forget, not every day is good, but there is always something good in every day, and I'll see you guys next time.